What is happening why West Indies captains cannot win toss? I recall after our Umbrian experience in England, Shane Deeds, one of the reasons he got for losing Shane Deeds, one of the reasons he gave for losing so many toss was that what am I doing? What a blunder factory performance this afternoon. Let's go again. What is happening? Why West Indies captains cannot win toss? Shane Deeds, after the humiliating performance in England, one of the reasons he gave for losing so many matches was that we need to win some toss. At the World Cup, I think Sheob won only one toss. And here again, Dottin Matthews against Sri Lanka, she probably only won one. And so far in this series, she has won none. In the second over of the match today, there was a big hole in the pitch. The groundsmen, whether they deliberately, forgetfully, but they refused to cover up the hole, I think, where the water came from to water the pitch. And so we almost lost the captain. She fell in it, a deep hole. Because of their laziness, they did not fill it up. Ali Alain has bowled one over in this match. Her first, third, and sixth deliveries catch were dropped. Catch were dropped by Quiana Joseph, Janella Glasgow, and Deandra Dottin. So Australia, after winning the toss and deciding to bat, are 114, make it now 115 for 2 after 14.2 overs. The wicket takers have been Charisma Ramarak and Affle Fletcher. Fletcher is in her fourth and final over, having taken 1 for 22 from 3.2 overs. The other wicket takers I said was Charisma Ramarak. The two Australian batswomen to be dismissed was Beth Moon for 17 and Georgia Val for 39. Australia are now 116 for 2 after 14.3 overs. Hello everyone, welcome to the Cricket Forum. This is the #1 cricket channel in the Caribbean. Please become a member of the Cricket Forum Club by clicking the link that is pinned at the top of the live chat, or you can do so by clicking the link in the video description. So Litchfield is on 32 with her Perry, who's on strike. Fletcher, the right-arm leg spinner, is over the wicket, and she came on the front foot and cracks it down to longer to extra cover for 4. Bad bit of feeling by, that's Claxton on the cover boundary. Bad bit of feeling. She got there. She has been fielding well. She has been protecting the boundary well, but despite a flying effort by Dottin Matthews in the covers, she couldn't get to the ball, and then Claxton came around the boundary and was unable to stop it. Poor bit of fielding. 121 for 2. Fletcher to Perry, and Perry deep in her crease and pinned the gap between long on and deep mid-wicket. And again, poor fielding by Janella Glasgow on the long on boundary. She came around, she got there, but again, she just didn't stop the ball. So in the last 2 deliveries, 2 fours have been given up and it's 2 of our better fielders too. Claxton and Glasgow are 2 of our better fielders. It's 125 for 2 after 15 overs. So Fletcher have completed her overs, 4 overs, no maiden, 1 for 32, thanks to Claxton and Glasgow, who gave up 2 boundaries after those last 2 deliveries. Well, those figures would have looked much, much better I think at least 4 runs better they would have looked. So it would have been probably the maximum 1 for 28 from her 4 overs. So Matthews, none for 26 from her 3 overs, bowled to the left-handed Litchfield, who swept this down towards square leg. Manny Mangu, I think, is on the field for Chinel Henry. So a ball was played back to her. I think it was the 4th delivery of the first over she was bowling, the 2nd over of the match. And she pitched up the delivery. The batswoman came on her front foot and drove it into the pitch, and it bounced back to her. To her left, she put up her left hand, and it hit her on her left hand. And I think that since then, well, she did bowl her 2nd over. But I think Manny Mangu is on the field for her. So 128 for 2 Australia after 15.2 overs. The captain, Ailey Matthews, is in the attack. None for 29 from her 3.2, the right arm off spinner. She's bowling to Elise Perry. We haven't seen any reverse sweep from Litchfield as yet. So Matthews is going to come round the wicket to Perry, who's on 34. A hop, skip, and a jump. Back of a length, swung away, down back with a square leg on the bounce to Stephanie Taylor, who picks up. I think she have kept them to 1 because that ball did, as Taylor was pointing out there, it skid off the surface and bounced high. She has to jump to stop it, but she did well, kept them to 1. The score goes up to 129 for 2. 129 for 2. Here is Matthews. She over the wicket to the left-hander. Litchfield, who swung the sign there. Somebody catch it, please. Yes. So she's taken on the deep mid-wicket boundary. Alia Lane taking the catch. And so Litchfield goes for 35 from 29 deliveries. Caught by Alia Lane off the bowling of Ailey Matthews. West Indies have picked up their 3rd wicket with the score on 129. Australia 129 for 3 after 15.4 overs. And the wicket going down gives me an opportunity to go through the West Indies bowling figures. Deandra Dottin, 2 overs, no maiden, none for 14. Chinel Henry, 2 overs, no maiden, none for 13. Jazara Claxton bowled 1 over for 9 runs. Ailey Matthews, 3.4 overs, no maiden, 1 for 30. Charisma Ramara, 2 overs, no maiden, 1 for 21. Afi Fletcher, 4 overs, no maiden, 1 for 32. And as I said, those figures should have been better, but poor fielding by Claxton and Glasgow. And Alain bowled 1 over for 9 runs, and she has 3 catches dropped off her in that 1 over that she bowled. So really and truly, it should at least be 1 wicket. Turn away, down back of the square leg, as the ball goes past Quiana Joseph, who can hardly run. So another veteran of the team, Stephanie Taylor, has to circle around from backward square leg to her right, picks up, lob the returning, and they were back for 2. So Ali Lane holding on to the catch in the deep. They were unable to hold on to her catches, but then she held on to the one that came her way. So here's Matthews. She's round the wicket to the right-handed Wareham, and Wareham swings this away. Down wide of long on. Will she gets there this time? Yes, Dottin gets there. Send the return on the bounce to the keeper, Campbell. End of over number 16. At the end of over number 16, it's 132 for 3. I paused there because for a moment I saw Campbell pause, and I was wondering if there is a no ball, why she paused. So yes, so I've gone through the West Indies bowling card. Once again, I want to thank everyone for being here. I appreciate you much. And this being a ladies' game, the chat is open up to non-members of the members club. So the chat is open up to everyone. So I will interact with you. Please slash a like on the video, click on the subscribe button, and I will definitely interact with you. Remember, it's a women game, so we keep it to discuss women cricket. We do not disrespect the women when they are playing. When the men are playing, we talk about men, and we don't usually talk about the women. So when the women are playing, we give them their due. So Dottin to bowl her third over. She has a backward point. She has a third man, a backward point, a sweep on the cover boundary, extra cover on the mid-off. That's the 5 on the half side. She bowls wide of the stump, and the batswoman played it to Matthews at extra cover, and they go through for a single. So one more to the total. So Wareham comes into strike. So let's watch Dottin now. Perry comes into strike. She's over the wicket, bowls to Perry, high in the air, down towards third man. It drops short of Mama, after Fletcher. They call her Mama. Mama, they call her. Yes, they call her. Is it Mama or Muma they call her? Well, it's Fletcher. So there's a third man. There's a backward point. There's a sweep on the cover boundary. There's an extra cover on the mid-off. There's a long on, a deep mid-wicket, a backward square leg, and a short fine leg. As Dottin bowls to Wareham, and Wareham hit this over the top, down to the boundary for 4. 138 for 3. 138 for 3, over the top, down towards the boundary for 4. Banana Brooks, Uncle Perry, Desmond Gordon, big up. Appreciate everyone who is tuning in. Big up to you guys. Enough respect. Thank you, Banana Brooks, for highlighting the Australian team. Interesting that Sophie Molyneux, the captain of the Australian team, she never batted our ball in the first match. Wide outside the off stump. That was very close to a no ball, So 7 runs out of the first 3 deliveries in this over. 139 for 3. It's over number 17. Why? I don't understand why you gave Alain 1 over, 3 catches dropped, including the one that went to the third man boundary for 4. Quiana Joseph dropped it and it went for 4 down third man. And you gave her only the 1 over. I don't understand. And we don't sure if Chinel Henry is going to bowl. It away, over the top. The fielder at long off, that's Ramarak, who sends the return in. 140 now for 3. I need to look at the poll and see. Big up yourself, Athena. Yes, thank you, Athena. Yes, please subscribe and share the like. Share and like. Thank you very much. Dottin bowls to the right, and then Perry, who moves across her crease and whipped it down back on a square leg for 4. Class. Sheer class there. 144 for 4. I think I want to look at the poll, because in my estimation, I think that those who 41% said it will be between 161 and 180. I think that 41% is right. Yeah, it will be somewhere between 161 and 180. I changed that. I think it will be between 181 and 200. I'm going with, I think they will get more than 180. So I will say 181 and 200. I think, yes. 3 overs to come after this, and they are 144. Yeah, they're definitely going to get more than 180. Well bowled by Dottin as Perry looks to reverse sweep, and the ball goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. So Perry is on 40, Wareham is on 9, Australia 144 for 3 after 17, and as I said, I think they will get more than the 180. That's my opinion. If I could vote in the poll, I would have definitely vote on that, but I saw where. So I think that 82% of you are going to get it wrong. And I agree that no one has voted that they will get over 200, 201 plus. I don't see them getting there either. I think it will be between 181 and 200. They will get more than the 180. So Jazara Claxton, she also bowled 1 over for 9 runs, and now she's back into the attack. Interesting. I would have given Ali Alain 18 and 20. That would be my perspective. So I don't know why Ali Lane is not getting 18 and 20. Claxton comes in, bowls to Wareham, slow delivery, brilliant work by Shermaine Campbell. Oh, the batswoman looks to pull. It came off the tie. It came off the tie pad, said the umpire, but she ran about 15 meters and then dived full stretch and took the catch. But the umpire said off the tie pad. Yes, clearly off the tie pad. Look at her go. Look at Campbell go. Claxton to Perry. She comes in, Perry down the pitch, and she turned this away. Through forward of square leg. They're gone for one, and they will come back for two quite comfortable. The score goes up by 2 to 147 for 3. So just turned that away. She was coming down the pitch. Claxton saw her coming, pull back the length, and she turned it away through forward of square leg. So I see that more persons are saying now between 161 and 180. Well, I told you what I'm saying. I'm sticking by that. It will be more than 180. So I think the 17%, well, I can't vote. If I could vote, I would have definitely voted between 181 and 200. Claxton, she comes in now, bowls to Perry, back of her length. She looks to pull. It goes through to the keeper. No signal from the umpire. Good work there by Claxton. Well, of course, I would like them to get bowled out for 147. I hope I would like Claxton to get a hat trick now, and whosoever bowled from the other end get a hat trick. And so they get bowled out for 147. I would have loved that. Of course, I want that. Claxton, she's over the wicket now. Bowls, back of her lane, pull high in the air. Somebody catch it, please. Yes, catch taken. Dottin on the deep mid-wicket boundary. Perry goes for 42. Is the hat trick loading? Wow, is this hat trick loading? Yo, there was another poll about changes to the West Indies 11. Yes, there was another poll. That poll, I think majority 60% said none, which I agree with. Yeah, I think 60% said none, and I fully agree with that. I would have said none either, and there was none. And that poll was taken down, that poll ended even before the toss was spun. So yes, so it's good. Thank you very much. Yeah, yes. This, oh gosh. Sorry, thanks. You know, sorry about that. My wife taking some snack for me. It being Easter, you know. But it being Easter, she bring some bun. But what happened is that as she was handing it to me, it fell on the laptop. And so I had was to know blow off the crumbs, although some still left on it. But let it stay. I don't want to touch anything, and then it messed up the whole stream. So thank you very much, Mrs. Brown. I appreciate it. Yes, thank you. Claxton is over the wicket, bowls to Wareham, back up for length. She turned it through the onside down towards deep mid wicket. They will get one. They're coming back for the two. Stephanie Taylor show is a bit slow, and they got the two. So 2 from that, 150 for 4, 2 overs to go. 2 overs. Today I went to a training session with a young man, you know, and his father reminded me that it was 1 year ago that I first taught him to hold the bat. Yeah. 1 year ago that I first taught this young man to hold the bat. And I went to a training session with him today. I was not the person, because the time that I want to spend with him, I can't spend enough time with him. So I'm not always there. But today, because it was the 1 year anniversary, the father invited me to come, and I was very impressed with what the young man is doing. Yes, very impressed. I think that he has progressed to know that 1 year ago I started coaching him, and for him to be where he is now, I can just imagine if he was to continue for the next 2 years and develop along the same pathway. And he has not played any cricket match as yet he has not played a cricket match as yet. And I am of the opinion that once he starts playing cricket matches, he will get better. But he has never yet played a cricket match. But he has came a long way. Dottin to bowler fourth, the 19th of the West Indies innings, slow delivery outside the half stump through to the keeper. They are bowling well, you know. So those who said 161 to 180 appears to be getting it right. And I don't have an issue with them getting it right. I'm not like that. As I said, I want them to get bowled out right now. I always want West Indies to win. Again, Dottin slow delivery outside the half stump. Oh, the signal wide this time. And one of the points that I always make, you know, people are always saying Cricket West Indies must do that. The regional boards must do that. What about you? What about you, the individual? What about you, the youngsters, parents, and family and friends? What are you doing? You know? And I said to the father today, you know, what you're doing, this is the template of how West Indies cricket is going to get back. This is the template. Parents and well-wishers and relatives and friends need to start take the responsibility to develop the talent of their young ones, of their children and so on. You have to start take the responsibility. And I said it more than once. You go across Jamaica in the evening and you saw many parents, their car park up and they are there and they are, when something happened, they're arguing with the coaches and so on. That's for football. Because they pay money for their children to learn football. So Glasgow took the catch. As that ball went high in the air, Wareham goes, Dottin picks up the wicket, 154 for 4. So it's 154 for 4, 154 for one is, I think it's 154 for 5. 154 for 5. Yes. So Dottin got her wicket. 1 for 30 from 3.4. As Wareham goes, Georgia Wareham 11 from 8 delivers. Yes, it's a point that I've made several times. Parents invest in their children to learn football and develop their football skills. When it comes to cricket, they expect those skills to be taught free of cost. Anytime parents, and you may clip this, anytime parents start investing in their children to learn cricket, the game will start grow again and start improving in the West Indies. For the parents now, will want value for money, and the coaches will have to put out the effort. So because the coaches are doing it free, the coaches turn up when they want. The coaches turn up when there's nothing else to do. So if 3 o'clock come one evening and a coach has something else to do, he's going to do it, because when he turn up at the cricket ground, he's turning up free. A matter of fact, it is costing him to coach the children, because sometimes he has to give those children bus fare and taxi fare to go home. Sometimes when you turn up at the ground, a child or sometimes children will tell you, say, coach, from morning, me not eat, you know. You can't train persons on hungry belly. So you have to provide some, you have to give them something to eat, either a patty, either a dry bun and a bucket of water, you have to give them something. It still costs. You know? So coaches look at that in cricket and they have to decide, you know, when now the parents start investing and the coach now has a responsibility to turn up at 3 o'clock because he's been paid, then you will see an improvement. It's a wrong perception to think that we want to produce good cricketers, but the persons who are going to benefit most from that individual being a good cricketer don't think that they should invest in the person development, but that some entity like Cricket West Indies or the regional boards, it should be their priority to develop the talent. Claxton will bowl the last over, back of a length, pulled away, down back, deep backward square leg, it goes into the boundary for 4. There was no fielder there. Carey just pulling that away down backward of square leg. So it's 159 for 5. So definitely I'm going to lose the bet, which I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind that. I don't mind that I didn't get it right. I am okay. It's West Indies. I never want West Indies to lose. So 40% said between 161 and 180. Well, the 44% that said less than 160 is still in the bet, you know, Claxton bowls. That steered away down to the cover boundary for 4 more. Just back of a length and he steered it away down to the cover boundary for 4. Come on, Claxton. I'm telling you the truth. I don't want them to make 180. I don't want them to make 180. So come on, Claxton. Come on. I prefer to get it wrong and West Indies win than to get it right and West Indies lose. So I don't mind getting it wrong. So here is now round the wicket is Claxton. She comes in, both to the left-handed Carey, who gave herself room, but she cannot beat that in this time. Campbell came in and failed to take off the bails, and they go through for a single. 164 for 5. So, yeah, it was a nice, yes, true, because those first 2 overs went for 20 runs, eh? Yes, Athena, yeah, man, I'm having a blessed day. Thank you, and I wish for you the same too. I wish for you the same. Yeah, I definitely wish for you the same. Over the wicket, come Claxton, bowl wide outside the half stump. I think that's a good delivery, you know. I think that's a very good delivery. Why is the umpire moving away from the stump? Oh, that ball, that's a very good delivery. McGrath was backing away towards the leg side, and Claxton ball it back a length outside the half stump. I think that's a brilliant delivery from Claxton. Absolutely charm of a delivery. Over the wicket, bowls back a length through to the keeper as she swings and misses. What a finish by Claxton. Banana Brooks, are you sure? She finished well, you know. The first 3 deliveries went for 10 runs, but then the last 3 went for only 1. So 164, so exact same score, if memory serves me right. Wasn't this the exact same score that they made? And this is what you saw what happened there. This is what I'm talking about, you know. Ailey Matthews and Quiana Joseph are going to open the innings for the West Indies. Right? They are walking off the field. But what happened? The two Australian batswomen are already off the field, while our two openers are just strolling off the field. It just showed the difference energy level and of how other teams use their time wisely. We appear that we are always in this comfort zone and don't want to go beyond our comfort zone. You know, Thursday, was it Thursday? Either Wednesday or Thursday of this week, I was at a school conducting a training session, cricket. And I must give those boys credit because rain was falling very hard and they turned out for the training session. And I must give them credit. And I was having a talk with them, and some boys on the track and field team were running past. And at the same time, I was telling them that they need to get fit and the importance of fitting. And the boys on the track and field team were doing their drills, were doing some running. And I stopped one of them just to make a point. And I said to him, how often do you vomit at training? And he said, every evening. And that's the point I'm making. To be at an elite level of fitness, you have to push your body beyond, you know, your comfort zone. You have to push your body beyond its limit. I think I heard, who I heard said it, I think it's the Prime Minister of Jamaica said, he doesn't put his basket where he can catch it. He puts his basket where he cannot catch it. And so he has to reach for it. You know, so yes, you know, so while the Australians were running off, the intensity, the different level of intensity, our players were walking off, you know, and I am not happy. I am not happy with that at all. I want us to get off. But I was talking to you. So this is a set of 12 deliveries that I decided that I'll video these 12 deliveries that the young man was facing. Have a look.
Beautiful.
What's the ball? I keep it down, carry the ball. You can't lick the seed.
Beautiful. Just stay balanced same way. Beautiful.
Watch the ball and keep it down, carry the ball is not short enough. You can't lick the edge. You can't lick the seed.
Beautiful. Just stay balanced same way. Front foot.
Be brave.
That's fine. Good watching. Keep going.
Keep it.
Keep working. Hot on. Nice.
That's a bad set so far now. Finish good.
Yeah. Good set so far for sure.
Be brave. Get into the ball.
Not bad. You went over there to it. That's fine. Good head position. Well played. Well left. That's fine. Keep going. Single. Keep going, champ. Alright, keep going, tap on.
I that coach.
Okay.
So welcome back, everyone. I thank you very much for staying with us, and I appreciate your company. And on Thursday, West Indies women were unable to get the 165. Let's see what will happen this time around. They bowled very straight to Quiana Joseph, and they bowled well overall, and our batswomen were not able to get away the ball. So let's see that. I was in a quadrangle just now because I'm trying my best to mute the volume because I wanted to burp, because I just had a hot cup of tea and I wanted to burp. And so I wanted to mute it before I burp, and I'm trying to hold back the burp until I muted it. But I don't know. So I see Banana Brooks is up. What is the bioscience for vomiting? Banana Brooks, I don't know. I have never yet sort of dig into it. What happened is that, that tradition is a hell of a thing, and experience passes on knowledge. And Merlin Hattie was the one who informed the Jamaican public that she trained every evening until she vomit. It's when she doesn't stop training until she vomits. And we adopted that because Merlin Hattie was the queen. Yeah, she was the queen growing up in the 80s and so on. So we adopted that. I'm sure that the coaches would have, especially track and field coaches and those who goes to GC Foster College and so on, would have known the bioscience behind it. But it's not something that I've dug into. I saw where Athena said lactic acid swung away by Quiana Joseph down backward of square legged going out towards the boundary. As sure there's a fielder there. She came around, picks up, and she's back for two. West Indies 2 without loss after 2 deliveries. Quiana Joseph is on 2. So Carey is the bowler. No, it has nothing to do with the badly timed eating though, Banana Brooks. That's not part. And turn away straight to short fine like there is no run. And Banana Brooks, you would have known that Jamaica track and field program is one of the strongest in the world, especially when it comes to sprinting. And now we are making some progress in the field events. As you saw, we won gold at the Olympic, I think, in the discus, Canberra, winning a gold there. We have since gone on to change allegiance and have gone on to Turkey. So you know that our program is the strongest in the world. So it has turned away by Quiana Joseph down backward of square leg. Can she come back for 2? If Campbell was there, she would have come back for 2, but they stay on 1. Matthews will come into strike. And so, good night, Jamor Small. Well, it's my pleasure, Banana Brooks. It's my pleasure. I know you're saying concentrate. I know that comment in Banana Brooks. You're saying, Mr. Brown, you're talking about track and field too much and fitness. I want to know what's going on. At least I have the scoreboard up tonight. Don't have the scoreboard up tonight. So we have the scoreboard up. So don't beat me too much, Banana Brooks. We have the scoreboard up tonight, right? So let I put up the West Indies playing 11. That's the West Indies playing 11 there. Yeah. 2 deliveries to go in the first over. I will talk about the cricket. Between the over, I will see if I can just further the point on the track and field, because I don't think it's bad eating. The track and field team, no, not in Jamaica. Carey, right arm seamer over the wicket, bowls to Matthews off the back foot, stroke it to the field, that cover, and there is no run. So the score remains at 3 without loss after 5 deliveries. Same score needed as on Thursday night, 165 to win. Hopefully we can get up to it this time. Definitely hope so. So 3 without loss. Hope we can get up to it. As Matthews sector, the right-handed batswoman, bowls, whipped away through mid-wicket. Good shot though, but the field lies on the deep mid-wicket boundary. 4 without loss after 1 over. So yes, so when it comes to track and field in Jamaica, it's a different thing in a Banana Brooks. It's next level. Even at the earliest age, even at the primary school level, it's next level conditioning, you know. Track and students who, and that's why there are over 300 students from other Caribbean countries presently attending schools now in Jamaica. Champs starts on Tuesday, or is it Monday evening? I think Tuesday. I think Monday the schools are traveling from all over Jamaica and coming to Kingston, and so champs will start on Tuesday. So Monday is like the traveling day when the schools are traveling in. You know, big contingents, man. The champs is a big thing. All hotels in Kingston are full at this time, man. It's a mega event, and that ball is defended by Matthews out into the offside, and there is no run. 4 without loss after 1.1. So there's a slip, a short third man, a backward point, a sweep on the cover boundary, extra cover mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket, and a deep backward square leg. Guard bowls to Matthews, who steered that to the field at backward point. There is no run. 4 without loss. Yeah, but even the weight at which these athletes run, even the weight has to be precise, you know? Yes. Yeah, man. And that's why they flocked us from all over the Caribbean. So over 300. So tune in this week coming to champs. Turn away to mid-wicket. There is no run. Tune into champs. It will be a grand occasion. You will probably see some students from your own country who are attending school in Jamaica. Yes, so interesting. So 4 without loss as Gart comes in now, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews drive to mid-on, and there is no run. The field is placed with precision. They know exactly what they are doing. This is a highly skilled Australian bowling attack. You know, they are good. Very, very good. 4 without loss after 1.4. They are good. So let's watch Garth. Kim Garth. She's the right-arm seamer over the wicket. Bowls to the West Indies captain, Yorker, which she has to dug out. That's a looping Yorker. They caught the wall, doing Bravo type of Yorker. And there was she dugging it out. The ball went in front of her crease. She was coming out of her crease. And, you know, and I don't know why these batswomen and these batsmen don't leave the ball alone. They're not tired to run out. There was Matthews going to bend down and pick up the ball while the wicketkeeper was coming towards it. And that is obstructing the field, and she would have been out obstructing the field. She looks to pull, taken on the body, bounce away where a short point would have been. The keeper came from behind the stump. Oh, Molyneux is the wicket keeper. Sorry. Isn't that Molyneux? I'm sure that's Molyneux. No, it looks like it's Mooney. Mooney is the keeper. It's not Molyneux. It's Mooney is the keeper. So, you know. And also, so 4 without loss at the end of 2 overs. West Indies need to get going. We need to capitalize on this power play. We have to get going in this power play, definitely. Yes, a maiden over, said Jamor Sumal. Yes. Yes. Not too much dot balls. Build up. Let's keep the scoreboard ticking. Yeah, but our captain there faced a made over, you know. I knew that Ailey Matthews scored 100 against Sri Lanka. But except for that 100, Ailey Matthews has been struggling since here now. Even the IPL, she made one half century. Was it one or two? But she wasn't at her fluent best in the IPL. Very interesting field here. So there's a short fine leg and a mid-on. Those are in the circle. Then you have a deep backward square leg and a deep mid-wicket. Carey took Joseph wide outside the half stump. So the offside field for Quiana Joseph is short third man, backward point, cover, extra cover, mid-off, mid-on, deep mid-wicket, deep backward square leg, and a short fine leg. So Carey, in her second over, the right arm seamer, she's going to bowl to the left-handed Quiana Joseph from over the wicket. She's in, she bowls high in the air, over short third man, bunks away, down to the boundary for 4. So she swung at that top edge, over short third man, down to the boundary for 4. 4 welcome runs, West Indies 9 without loss in over number 3. So back of a length when Carey, big swung by Quiana Joseph, and it went down to third man for 4. 4 welcome runs, 9 without loss. So let's watch now as all 9 runs have come off the bowling of Nicola Carey, I think is her name, bowls to Quiana Joseph, who whipped this away in the gap between deep mid-wicket and deep backward of square leg for 4 more. Oh, that's a lovely shot by Quiana Joseph, you know. She played that well. Oh, she whips it away in the gap. There's a deep backward square leg. There's a deep mid-wicket. And she whip it away through forward of square in the gap, 4 runs. She moves up to 11. West Indies 13 without loss after 2.2 overs. Matthews, her partner, is on 1. Shane Deeds once said that Quiana Joseph is one of the best batswomen in the world. Carey bowled down the leg side, pulled away, caught a short fine leg. Oh, my word. Oh, sorry. No, on the bounce. On the bounce. Initially, I thought it was a catch. Initially, when she threw it up, I thought she was celebrating. But no, it's on the bounce. Right there, I thought it was a catch. So good. Sorry, false alarm. Mr. Mullins, I hope you're okay. Robert Mullins. Cole bowls to Quiana Joseph, who pressed this to the fielder at mid-off, and there is no run. 13 without loss. Came on the front foot and pressed that off up to the fielder at mid-off. There is no run. Joseph had this on 11. You know, it was very unlucky just now from Joseph, you know, but although the fielder caught it on the bounce, Joseph was also unlucky, because either side of her, it would have been dollar. Pitched up, straight, placed to mid-on. Much better. Much better from Joseph. The ball pitched up straight. She never went across the line. She waited on it and played it to mid-on. Whether they were listening to me Thursday or not, which they usually do, whether or not it was they learned it from listening to me, we have to give them praise for implementing that. That was good from Joseph. Let's watch Carey bowls to Joseph deep in her crease. Work it to the left of mid-on. Well played, young lady. They go through. Oh, then they go for 1. I thought they would have gone through for 1 because she just came deep in her crease, work it to the left of mid-on, and I thought it was a comfortable single. But Matthews, I think, is it a matter that Matthews want the strike? Let's see. 11 from 10 for Quiana Joseph, and Matthews 1 from 8 again. Not good at all. Not good at all. I was just about to type, have they left a gap to tempt Joseph? Not really. I wouldn't say that, you know, because they can only have 2 fielders out and they put them where Joseph hit the balls more often, just like most often, just like how they have a sweeper for Matthews, who misfield there at backward point, but there's no run. Because it's a 5-4 field, yeah, you have 5 in a ring on the offside, 5 in a ring on the offside from short third man to mid off, and then you have the mid on and short fine leg and the deep mid wicket and the deep backward square leg. That's the field for her. The required run rate have gone above 9 now. Matthews need to keep going. 1 from 9 is not good. Back of a length, look to turn it on the onside, missing leg stump, appeal stifled. The score remains at 13 without loss. 1 from 9. Come on, Matthews she has to get going. You know, she has to get going. Has to, man. Has to. Wow, she's really in a terrible spot. Bad runner. Here is Kim Gart. Comes in, bowls to Matthews. Off the back foot, beat the gap. No, she hasn't beat the gap. Out, run out. Is she? They're going to check it. She was struggling there, Quiana Joseph. I think she just made it though, you know. As I always said, watch the bails. Watch the bails and your peripheral vision will tell you whether she makes it or not. I think she just made it because the keeper had to collect and whipped off the bails. I think she just made it. Oh, she's out. She's out, you know. She's out. Run out. So Quiana Joseph is out. Run out. And she was the only one who was getting away the balls. There's a good bit of work there from the field at backward point, you know. That is highly skilled. Those of you who are watching, I want you to pay attention to what the field had, what she done when the ball came to her. She gave the impression that the ball was in the gap, that she was beaten, and she look at her and you will see what I'm saying. Highly skilled. Highly skilled. It was absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Hello, Roxanne Gray. Good night. How are you? Good to have you here. Yeah, Matthews 1 from 10 is not good at all. It's not good is putting it mildly. It's terrible, really. It's absolutely poor. You know, so I do agree with you, Roxanne Gray. She's wasting some balls. Still burping. Why? Slip in place, comes in, bowls to Taylor, who steered it to the field at backward point, and there's no run. Now they can go for the overthrow as she shied that ball at the stump, and Matt. One more, another run again. So they got 2 for what should have been none. Well done, Australia. Give it to us since we cannot score them. So Taylor is off the mark with a 2. The ball was played to backward point, and that fielder who I was just praising now shied the ball at the stump. Look at her now. You get the impression about the ball pass her. You saw that? She turned her back like she was going to run after the ball. You saw what I mean? She turned like she was going to run after the ball, but she was not running after the ball. She knew exactly what she was doing. And I think Quiana Joseph I would love to see the running if Quiana Joseph paused. When she turned at backward point like she was going to run after the ball. Because remember, Joseph is a non-striker, you know. So it's really Matthew's call. Because Joseph would not be able to see the angles. And that was brilliant, you know. That was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I would really love to see the run if that Quiana Joseph pass any at all. You know, good work though. Good work by the young lady. Kim Gart bowls to Taylor, and Taylor steered this away down to the fielder on the cover boundary for a single. One more to the total. Taylor moves up to 3. West Indies 16 without 16 for 1 at the end of over number 4. 16 for 1 at the end of number 4. Yeah, so that was brilliant by Val. You know, really top class. Real top class by Val. You have to give her credit. You know. So 4 overs have been bowled. So top class. And Banana Brooks is saying, where are they bowling to Matthews? Full on middle on leg. Yeah, they are bowling full and straight to her. They're not giving any room to hit over the offside. Not giving her any room to hit over the offside. Yeah, they're bowling full and straight to her. So Alana King is into the attack. Let's watch Alana King. She comes in, bows to Taylor, and Taylor plays it to mid-on, and there is no run. The right-arm leg spinner. Alana King is one of those bowlers that I've always impressed by her. Ever since I first saw her, thinking about 2020, I've always impressed by her. She has put on a lot of weight since. Well, not really weight. She has pulled out. Well played. Oh, if she has hit, she would have gone. Big wicket. Oh, she looks to revert out leg before now. That's very close. Yes, she's gone. Oh, no, they were showing back our wicket from the other night. Sorry. Yes, King comes in, bows to Matthews again. Matthews just worked this into the onside. Taylor backing up, but sent back by Matthews, and there is no run. So, if she had hit, Stephanie Taylor would have gone. King comes in now, bowls to the captain who swung this away over deep mid wicket 6. Oh, lovely. Lovely by Ailey Matthews. Lovely. Swung it away over deep mid wicket for 6. She moves up to 7 now. So Ailey Matthews move up to 7. Oh, Banana Brooks, I just remember that you said you're not seeing the images. So sorry about that. King to Matthews. After back foot she goes, cannot beat backward point, and there is no run. As she rocks back on her back foot and looks to cut that one, but it went to Val at backward point. She's a good fielder, you know. She's a very, very good and smart fielder. One to come in over number 5. King bows to Matthews. It cuts it away again. Cannot beat backward point. Oh, she got back. She got back this time. She beat the dive this time. They didn't even bother to appeal. 23 for 1 at the end of 5. 7 from that over. 7 from the over. Yes, Banana. Oh. Yeah. Thank you. So 7 from that over. 23 for 1 after 5. There's an advertisement, so no, we're not seeing cricket. Oh, Arsenal play Chelsea Tuesday. Tomorrow, Arsenal and Manchester City clash tomorrow. Well, not going to bother with that. So about mine. 23 for 1. So Brown is going to come into the attack. Garcia Brown, name or something like that. I think Garcia Brown. I will tell you her first name shortly, but I think my brain is telling that her name is Garcia Brown. I know Banana Brooks know these things enough. Darcia, not Garcia. Darcy Brown. Darcy Browns. Yeah. You know. Yes. So Darcy Brown is into the attack. Let's watch her now. She's a good looking bowler. With her medium pace, she's coming into Taylor. She's in, bowl to Taylor, down the leg side, turn away to short fine leg. They go through for a quick singer, backed up into the onside, one more to the score, 24 for 1. The 24 for 1, Darcy Brown into the attack. Just turn away to the fielder at short fine leg. She came in, she shy at the stump, and I think this time Matthews was home. Sorry, so she's just fixing her hair. She makes sure that no hair is running down in her face. Final over of the power play. Fielder right back on the backward square leg boundary. As Darcy Brown comes in, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews pulled away down to that fielder who sends the return in, and they go through for a singer. Taylor comes into strike. She's on 5 from 6. Matthews is on 8 from 16. 25 for 1 after 5.2. I see Jamor Small. Yeah, they probably, it was a poor feeling display. Let's watch Matthews now. Brown comes into Matthews, who looks to give herself room. Sorry, to Taylor, who looks to give herself room, and Brown followed her, taken on the body. The keeper picks up, and there is no run. So 3 deliveries to come in the power play, and once again, this required run rate is moving up close to 10. It's now 9.66. Jamor Small is saying that Australia fielding coach put something in their juice tonight, probably. It's a much better fielding performance. Although we have not seen anything gone in the air. Back of a lane, pulled away by Taylor, down towards back of the square leg. The fielder comes to her right, and they stay on 1. So Matthews will take strike now, 26 for 1. Matthews is on 8, she's on strike. Taylor with the big number 7. I heard the Minister of Sports said that they are building a stadium, a mini stadium, to name it in honor of Stephanie Taylor. Brown comes in down the pitch. Matthews inside edge onto her foot, down to where her first slip would be. Mooney moves from behind the stump and field, and there's no run. She was down the pitch. She lifted her head a little early. She went for the big booming drive over long on, and it in the inside edge of the bat onto her shoes and goes down to first slip. Mooney fields, and there's no field, and there's no run. Darcy Brown, she's going to bowl now to Matthews. Yes, Brown comes in now, bowls to Matthews, a looping Yorker, and she played it to mid-wicket. It was a looping Yorker which she played to mid-wicket. End of the power play. West Indies 26 for 1. Matthews on 8. Taylor on 6 will take strike. So that's the end of the power play. 26 for 1. So Alana King to continue. She's over the wicket, bowls to Taylor. Taylor uses her feet, ease it into the cover. The field has to move to her left, and they go through for a single. 27 now for 1, 27 for 1. changes to the field. Says 10 runs and over is required. So I will tell you that their short third man, cover point, extra cover mid-off. There's a long on and there's a sweep on the boundaries. Matthews hit this straight down the ground. The umpire had to duck as it goes into the boundary behind the umpire for 4. Yes, so yeah, the run rate was just about 10, but that 4 brought it back down to about 9.8. So she went deep in her crease and hit it over the umpire's head. Long on came around, but she could not stop it. Matthews is now up to 12 from 19. This is absolutely slow from the West Indies captain. And Stephanie Taylor also need to up the run rate. Alana King, the right arm leg spinner. She comes in bold, short, pulled away, straight over her head. There was nothing in the drinks, Jamor Small. Absolutely nothing in the drinks. That gone for 6. It burst through her hand. And it gone for 6, Jamor Small. So there was nothing that they put in it. And I told you, Jamor Small, you said that they were feeling well. And I told you, no, we haven't seen any catches yet. When the first catch turned up, it went through her hand for 6. 11 from 3 delivers in this over. Alana King to Matthews. He comes in, bows to Matthews in the air, on the bounce to mid-off. So there is it, backward point, cover, and then there's the mid-off. So there's a gap between the cover and the mid-off. There's no extra cover plugging that gap. So I guess the sweeper is plugging that gap. Alana King over the wicket, bows to Matthews, deep in her crease, can't beat backward point. There is no run. So Matthews is on 18 from 22. If Matthews can give us about a strike rate of 150, we can win this, man. That's the strike rate we want from our captain, It is. King to Matthews, hop on over. Down towards long off, over the fielder's head. They gone for 1. Will they come back for 2? No, they stay on 1. So good productive over this from the West Indies. That is 11, 12 from the over. Matthews will keep the strike. West Indies 38 for 1 after 7. Matthews will keep the strike. Coming to your comment. The Taylor McGrath bowls. Matthews turned that into the outside. Probably comes off the pad. We'll watch and wait for the signal for the umpire. They're back for 2. We'll wait on the signal to see if it was back or was pad. Nonetheless, 2 more to the total, 40 for 1. I'll tell you, leg by came off the pad. So Matthews keeps the strike. So I come to your... Yes, well, yeah, I did deal with that one already about the run rate is climbing. Yes, Jamor Small. Taylor McGrath over the wicket, bows to Matthews, who goes deep in her crease, work it off middle stump. Down towards deep mid wicket. They'll stay on 1 this time, 41 for 1. Matthews move up to 20 from 25. Ideally, you would want her to be at least 32, 33 from 25. Similar, you'll want Taylor to be about 15 from 9. So they are way behind what they need to do. McGrath comes in, bowls to Taylor off the back foot, cannot beat short, fine leg, unlucky. Wow. Just a yard to her right or to her left, and that would have gone for 4. 124 needed from 75 deliveries, 41 for 1. Taylor McGrath, the big, burly, powerful right-hander, right-arm pace bowler. She ambers in, bowls to Taylor. Taylor turn it to the right of short, fine leg. Let's see if they've gone for a single. I have to wait cannot tell you at this time. It's 41 for 1. No, they went through for the single. 42 now for 1. Matthews on 20. She comes into strike. We are in over number 8. Question for the break. Coaching. Still less Bertman. McGrath bowls to Matthews deep in her crease. Work it down to mid-wicket at the top of the bounce. That one was a little short and she goes right back in her crease and work it down to mid-wicket from about the top of the pad height. 43 for 1 as she moves up to 21. Taylor is on 8. She's on 8. She comes into strike. This is the final delivery of McGrath. First over. She's over the wicket. McGrath comes in, bowls to Taylor, whips it away through forward of square leg. You could say dead square leg. You know, the field has to move to her left off the deep backward square leg boundary. But she limits them to 1. Taylor will keep the strike. She's on 9. Matthews is on 21. 44 for 1 after 8. Question for the break. Coaching. As your young batter not join a club so as to play a competitive match. Okay. No, he has not joined a club. He's still a student. He's not yet 14. So he's still in high school. And his father said that he will commence training with the school under 16 team this week. You know, so it was 1 year ago that the first time that he picked up a bat. And I remember telling him today that the batter gave him then, he now needs to give it to someone else because he has outgrown that bat now. You know when you gave him that bat primary school ball, so he has outgrown that bat now. So he need to hand over those balls and that bat to someone else now. So Australia were way ahead, 86 after 10 overs. Yeah. So we will need to score 42 off these next 2 overs, which is unlikely. Here it bowls to Matthews, and Matthews beat Val at backward point. Coming off the boundary there, that's Kalana King, sends the return in. 1 more to the score. Matthews will come and strike. She's on 21 from 26. 21 from 26. Sorry. Oh, yeah. The burp finally came up. Finally have that burp. You know, so to me, if you look at this, here is Carey. She's over the wicket, bowls over the top by Matthews. That's where she loves it. Down to long off for 4. Pitched up off volley outside the arch stump. She makes sure she got underneath it. Hit it over the fielder at mid-off, down to the boundary for 4. Matthews move up to 25 from 27. 49 for 1. Yes. So it's over the top, down to the boundary for 4. Jawar Swan said that you soon see the drinks man by the boundary. Here you Jawar Swan. Oh, here comes Carey. Bowls, back of a length, pull high in the air. In the gap, 1 bounce 4. 4 more. 1. So she moves up to 29 now, and she has finally gone ahead of ball. 29 from 28. This is like it. Ideally, you want her to be about 42 minimum of 28. But nonetheless, it seems now that she now decided to play a few shots. And Carey is under the clutch. And probably Carey is the least experienced of the Australian bowlers. And probably she's the right person to target. You know, Nicola Carey. So, well, 29 T20s, you can't say inexperienced still, but she's probably the least experienced of them. Bowls to Matthews, who steered this away magnificently. Down backward of point for 4, bending right knee. Just open up the face of the bat as the ball pitched up, and she just steered it between the short third man and the backward point down to the boundary for 4. So she's on 33 now from 29, and she begins to motor. And then it is sending shockwaves through the Australians. So Matthews is on 33, 57 for 1. 3 fours off this delivery, this over thus far. Now she has an economy of 7.13. So that's not a bad economy, you know. So here's Nicola Carey. She right arm Seba comes in, bowls to Matthews again. What she did there, I don't like what she did there. Did she double reel her arm or something like that? They get one though as the ball beat Vols at backward point down to Alana King sweeping on the boundary. The score goes up by 1 to 58. 1 to come in the 9th over. Taylor on 10 from 13. She needs to get going now. She needs to get runs ahead of balls. Matches have done that, and hopefully she will kick on. She will kick on from here. Bowls to Taylor, and Taylor off the back foot. She picks out the fielder on the cover boundary. So she will only get one. End of over number 9. 59 for 1. Taylor on 11 from 14. Good to see that Matthews have gone ahead of runs per ball. So good going here, Matthews. Probably it's time now if Taylor not getting rid of the ball. If she's not getting rid of the ball, it's time now for she now to start giving the strike to the West Indies captain. Yes, so let's see. 9 overs have been bowled. At a similar time, there were, well, after 10 overs, there were 84. I don't remember how many there were after 9 overs. I'll run through the West Indies bowling card at the break and plus the West Indies score. So let me see here now. So Jammer Small was soon saying that you soon see the drinks man by the boundary. Jammer Small, is that the name you're giving him, drinks man? Yeah. They're packing to that stand. I would want to see the image if it's the entire ground that they have packed into, but they have definitely packed into the stand. It's a good look for a Saturday evening. Weirham, the other leg spinner, bowls, and Taylor was trying her best to pull that away down back with a square leg. She found the field that short fine leg. She was down on her knees trying to pull. It wasn't a sweep. She aimed for the pull, but then the ball did not rise as much as she expected it to. And then she has to go right down. Weirham is into the attack. Down the pitch, come Taylor. And she hit this down towards long on. Not the most fluent of shot, but importantly, she got the single that gives Ailey Matthews the strike, because Ailey Matthews is the one now who seems ready to motor. And here's Molyneux and Weirham having a little discussion. So interestingly, having a little discussion. 60 for 1 West Indies after 9.2. Yes, I agree, Mikel. I don't think anyone likes it. I don't think anyone likes it. They need to be a little more positive. Yeah, well, it appears so Jammer Small that she woke up. She turned this away though, through forward a square leg down towards mid wicket for another singer. That will take her up to 35 from 31. 61 for 1. And as I said now, Taylor need to get ahead of the deliveries that she's facing with the run. So 2 fours off these next 2 deliveries will be good. That would put her to 20 from 18. So that's a starting point. Weirham to Taylor, and Taylor pull this away. Down towards back with a square leg. The fielder comes around. Will they come back for 2? No, they stay on 1. 62 now for 1. Matthews comes back into strike. She's on 35. Taylor is on 13. West Indies 62 for 1. 2 deliveries to go. Can we get a 6? Can we get a boundary before this over ends? The leg spinner bowls to the West Indies captain, who yorked herself, but she got back onto it. The ball trickled behind to the keeper, and there is no run. She was down the pitch, and then she turned it into a yorker, and after blocked it, it came off the inside edge of the bat to the keeper. Weirham, the right arm leg spinner. There are 2 of them in this team. Back of a length. She hit it down towards long on, and there is a single. That's the 10th over. So West Indies are 21 runs behind where Australia were after the 10 over, after the drinks break. 63 for 1 after 10. So we need a further 102 runs to win. As I said, I promise you I'll go through the West Indies bowling card. Deandra Dottin, 4 overs, no maiden, 1 for 30. Chinel Henry, 2 overs, no maiden, none for 13. She did not bowl. She injured her left hand and she came off the field. Hopefully she can bat, because you know the left hand is very important in batting. Jazara Claxton, 3 overs, no maiden, 1 for 24. I thought she bowled well, especially that last over where the first 3 deliveries went for 9 runs and then the last 3 only went for 1. So I think she bowled good that last over. She conceded 10 runs. 9 in her first over, 5 in her second, and 10 in her last. Yeah, I think that was for Jazara Claxton. She never bowled a 3 on a chat, you know. Ailey Matthews, 4 overs, 1 for 33. Charisma Ramarat, 2 overs, 1 for 21. Affle Fletcher, 4 overs, no maiden, 1 for 32. And in that last over that Affle Fletcher bowled, there were 2 bad misfield. One by Jazara Claxton and one by Jazara Claxton and one by Janella Glasgow, with both of them going for 4. So with both of them going for 4. And so her figures could have looked much, much better. Alia Lane came on, she bowled 1 over. The first delivery that she bowled, there's a catch, dropped her off her bowling at short third man. The third delivery, there's another catch, Janella Glasgow dropped a catch at mid-off, going back. And then the last delivery for over, Deandra Dottin drop a catch at long on. So she bowled 1 over. It went for 9 runs. I think she should not have been taken out of the attack, but then Jazara Claxton bowled 2 good overs in the deck there, over number 18 and over number 20, with 18 going for 5 runs and 20 going for only 10. So probably it was the right decision. But then, their first delivery dropped by Quiana Joseph at short third man and the ball went for 4. So I think Alia Lane was very, very unlucky. So Quiana Joseph was the only West Indies batswoman to be out. She was run out. Val doing very well, showing tremendous skill at backward point, giving the impression that the ball had passed her. So she turned and shaped like she was going to run after the ball, and she just picked it up, pivot, sends the return to Mooney, and Quiana Joseph was struggling. Since then, Matthews is on 36 from 33 after a slow start. She was 1 from 9, and I think about 10 from 19, but then she has picked up and she's now 36 from 33. Stephanie Taylor, she's on 13 from 17. She has been going slow, just at 76.47. So she needs to step up now and at least get it above 100, a strike rate of above 100, and you start from there. Just like, this is the starting point for Ailey Matthews, now that she's 36 from 33. She will face strikes. She will face Darcia Brown. And Darcia Brown have a short third man, a backward point, a sweep on the cover boundary, an extra cover, and a mid-off, and she fired it down the leg side. Wide signal, 64 for 1 at the start of over number 11. So West Indies need a further 101 to win from here, from 10 overs. That means it's simple calculation there. They will need to go at 10.1 runs per over. No, sorry. Comes in now. Bowls and turn away by Matthews down to deep mid-wicket for a singer. So Banana Brooks and Michael Douglas having a conversation that is good. So yeah, 100 from 59 deliveries. So Taylor will come and strike. So here watch Darcy Brown also. That's a fine leg, backward square leg, and deep mid wicket, all on the boundary. And then there's a mid on. Bowls to Stephanie Taylor over mid off down to the boundary for 4. That's power. That's power. She ensured she got underneath it and powered it over the fielder at mid-off. Good, intense batting there. That's commitment to the shot. And ensure, look how she got under that ball and just clear the fielder at mid-off, because that was always the intention, to get under it and clear the field at mid-off. Oh, thank you, boss. Thank you. Taylor down the leg side, down to the field on the fine leg boundary this time. And so the score goes up by 1. Thank you very much, Banana Brooks. Thank you. Sometimes you are so intense watching the match, Banana Brooks. So thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. But I wanted to play that clip again, for a person that asked me to play it again. So I just did it. 70 for 1. Matthews and 37 will come into strike. So 7 from 3 deliveries in this over. Oh, she was giving herself room, and Darcy Brown saw her fight outside the half stump, which I think is always the way to go when the batsman or when a batter is giving himself room. I don't know why bowlers followed him. I don't believe in that. I believe in aiming for the wide line and try to pitch just inside it. There's no way they're going to reach it if they're already giving themselves room. Brown bowls to Matthews, short, and she pulls. As she connects, yes, she connects. And when she connects, it goes over deep mid-wicket for 6. Good over this by the West Indies now. 6 and 4, 10 and 3, 13. Matthews now 43 from 36. The score is now 76 for 1. So Matthews, as Jamor Small said, just begin to wake up now. So 76 for 1. Here's Darcy Brown. She comes in now over the wicket. Bowls to Taylor, and Taylor swings away. Down to deep mid-wicket. In the gap, 4 more. Oh, Taylor now Matthews now begins to motor. Big over this from the West Indies. 10-17 from it. 80 for 1. So we almost catch up now. They were 84 after 10. We are now 80 for 1. So we are not all that far behind. I wish I could see a Verb or Jamor Small. You knew the score after 11 overs. I don't remember. So Matthews is on 47, and Matthews is gradually building to where she should be. For after 37, you expect her to be at about 57. So she's gradually building to where she should be. So that is good from Matthews. She's just about 10 behind. Taylor is 18 from 19. You want her to be at about 30. So she's 12 behind. So let's hope that they can build up now to where they should really be. Taylor McGrath bowls to Taylor, and Taylor plays this down to long on. Over to you, Ailey Matthews. 1 more to the score. 19 she is now from 20. Matthews is on 47 from 37. I thank everyone who is watching. I appreciate you much. West Indies have a chance here, Let's watch Taylor McGrath. She comes in, bowls to Matthews, down the leg side, turn away, down to fine leg for 4. Oh, lovely by Ailey Matthews. No bull force. She just ensure that she gets bats onto it. Turn it away, down to fine leg, and reaches her 50. So 50 from 38 deliveries. Good going. Well, over the last 10 deliveries, she has really put down her foot, and it's going good. And there was a discussion between Michael Douglas and Banana Brooks. McGraw again to Taylor, and she did it again. It goes into the boundary for 4. Down to fine leg. This time it was slightly back of a length, but she waited on it again and beat the short fine leg. Deft touch here by Ailey Matthews. Oh, that was sheer skill. But the first one was a full toss on her pad, and she just clip it down to fine leg. But the second one was back of a length, a slower delivery, and she just go deep in her crease and just beat the short fine leg again. And Matthews covers up and played it out into the offside, and Taylor said, yes, We want a singer, and the ball misses the stump. Poor throw. Taylor was looking for 2, but Matthews said it's okay. 90 for 1 now after 11.4. Yes, Banana Brooks. Poppy show is a Jamaican term. Why? What happened? Somebody said something about Poppy show? Yes, so 50 for Taylor. Yes, congratulations to Matthews. Banana, yes, that's indeed. She swings at this, but can't beat short fine leg. She should have come on the front foot and drive it through mid-wicket. Or probably clip at it. I think she was looking to hit that towards. Stephanie Taylor is on strike. I think she was probably looking to hit that too hard. I think if she had just come on her front foot and ease it through mid-wicket. So West Indies is in this game. McGrath bowled to Taylor, and Taylor looked to work it down on the onside, and there's no run. So those 2 dot ball were, we needed at least even one run out of those 2 balls. But hopefully, Taylor will make up the next time she comes on strike. But we needed at least 1 run out of those 2 balls. Congratulations to Matthews on reaching a 50. Can she... Well, I don't want to say it. You guys know what I'm thinking, but I don't want to say it. Because I don't want to say it and anybody said I have goat mouth. And you don't say it, because if you say it, I'm going to say you have goat mouth and it's you cause her to out. So don't say it either. Don't say it either. So the leg spinner, Alana King, is coming back into the attack. This is going to be a very interesting over. The difference is now what? 27? 27 is the difference. So 75 needed from 48. So the difference is 27. Matthews is on 56. King bowls to Matthews. Hit it down to the fielder at mid-off and she's out. She was on the back foot and she hit it hard, but straight to the captain, Sophie Molyneux, at mid-off. And it appears that it hit her in her chest because she's holding on to her chest. She hit it hard, but she held on to the catch. And she's lifting up her shirt now to check her chest because she dropped the catch, Oh, she dropped it, but then it hit her in her chest and she was able, but not dropped it. It burst through her hand and hit her in her chest. That replay show it. So, Ailey Matthews, 56 from 41. 56 from 41. You're not, you want her to be better, but you will take that, a strike rate of 137. You really want her, having faced so many deliveries, you want her to go at about 150, 160, because it's a strike rate game. So having used up so many deliveries, you want her to go at about 150, 160. But to be fair and to be honest to her, she did got a slow start, but then in the latter part of her innings, you probably about 40 runs came off the last 15 deliveries of her innings. And so, unfortunate that she picked out the field at mid-off, but she did hit it very hard. She was deep in her crease, and Alana King pitched it up, so she never got the opportunity to go underneath it as much as she would want, and was unable to clear Molyneux. King to Dottin, and Dottin plays this to mid-off, and there is no run. Wonder if Chinelle Henry can bat. I hope that damage to her left finger. Yeah, as you see there, she was looking to go, no intent of keeping that on the ground. She wanted to go over the fielder, but she was unable to do so. Inside edge from Dottin goes down to short fine leg. Taylor is calling her back and said, come back for 2, and they got 2. So 2 more to the score, 92 for 2 after 12.3. As Dottin got an inside edge, it went down to short fine leg. There was no field at short fine leg. Short third man has to come across, and by the time she done so, they were able to come back for 2. So 73 needed from 45, 92 for 2. Dottin is on 2 from 2. Taylor is on 19 from 22. King to Dottin, and Dottin covers up. test match, approved fashion, approved test match batting fashion. She just covers up. This should have been a test series, as I said that. It should have been a test series, but West Indies, they renegotiated it. And so instead of the test series, they have the 3 ODI and the 3 T20. King comes in, bowls to Dottin and Dottin again in the approved fashion. She comes on the front foot and played it back to the bowler as if she was playing test cricket. So she's on 2 from 4. Here's Alana King, final delivery for a third over, 1 for 21. Bowls to Dottin, who plays it into the onside, and they scrambled through for a single, pushing the score up to 93 for 2. So West Indies need a further 72 runs to win from 42 deliveries. That was a big wicket of Dottin and Matthews, since the start of the West Indies innings, I was like hoping. I was hoping. And then that hope was moving from hope to a point of belief. That blur line between hope and belief. And just as I was in that space, Matthews got out. So I am back to hope. I am back to hope that we can get these 72 runs. Definitely back to hope. Poll was completed. Did it? Yeah. Yes. So I should probably do a poll. Who will win? Yes, so we should do a poll. We should do a poll. Who will win? Darcy Brown is coming back into the attack. She's over the wicket. Bowls to Dottin. Bouncer. Dottin ducks underneath it. It goes through to the keeper. Wide signal. Good. So 1 more to the total. So it's always good to have a wide signal. So the total go up to 94 for 2. Who will win? Brown comes in now. Bowls to Dottin. She's in. Dottin hit this away. Down through forward a square. Down to the fielder coming off the mid-wicket boundary. And they're coming back for 2. The return comes in. Taylor made her ground. So 2 more to the total. They're running hard. We are happy to see that. 2 more. 96 now for 2. Well, A come before double, right? So Australia first. When I do it this way, I can't get in any trouble, man. No one can say I am. So who will win? That's the poll. Let's see. Darcy Brown, she's over the wicket. Bowls to Dottin. A slower delivery, which Dottin played away through square leg for a single. 97 now for 2. Taylor is on strike, and Taylor has been batting for quite a while now, so she probably needs to get going. So majority of you at this time think that West Indies will win. It's good to see. It's good to see. Over 70% of you, although it's less than 10 votes, but over 70. Darcy Brown over the wicket to Taylor, who gives herself room. Slow delivery. And she played it through the gap down towards the fielder coming off the boundary. Alana King sends the return in on the bounce to the keeper. 1 more to the total. 98 for 2 after 13.3. 67 needed from 39. Taylor is on 20. Dottin is on 6. Taylor is still going at less than a run a ball. So too is Dottin. Here is Darcy Brown bowls, whipped away by Taylor. Dottin threw forward a square leg. Just a singer. 99 now for 2. So West Indies dealing in singles at the moment. There's a short third man, a backward point, a cover on the boundary, extra cover, long off. It's a mid off. So there's a ring of 4 on the offside, then the sweep on the boundary. Then you have 3 on the onside boundary plus the short fine leg. Taylor swings this away down to that fielder coming around from back with a square leg. They stay on 1. She moves up to 21. The West Indies 100 is up. West Indies 100 for 2 after 13.5. They need 65 runs to win from 37 deliveries. So Dottin comes into strike. She's on 7 from 8. You know, in times past, I would expect Dottin to hit a 6. If she does now, it would surprise me. Darcy Brown to Dottin, and Dottin worked this into the onside. It probably comes off the pad. Taylor called her through for the single nonetheless. Did she? Waiting? No. Yes, they went through. Yeah, one leg by. Yeah, they did went through. 101 for 2 at the end of over number 14. So Dottin will keep the strike. Yeah, as I was saying, in time past, I would have hoped, not more than hope, I would have believed that Dottin can hit a 6. If Dottin hit a 6, it would surprise me. It will surprise me. So please let me hear your perspective on the vote. West Indies will win this game with 1 ball remaining, said Michael Douglas. Sean Overcomer said Dottin will come good tonight. Banana Brooks, off the back foot she goes as she slapped this down to long off. 1 more to the total. Sean Overcomer, I hope she does. I hope she surprised me by hitting a few 6s. I'd be very, very surprised if she hit a few 6s. But I hope she surprised me. So the field is 3 deep fielders on the inside, backward square leg, deep mid, deep backward square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, a short fine leg. Then you have a fielder at extra cover on the boundary, short third man, backward point cover. Down the ground comes Stephanie Taylor, hit it back to the bowler on the bounce, who whips the return into the keeper. 102 for 2. Taylor is on 21 from 25. And again, you know, another West Indies batter is struggling. King to Taylor. Oh, that was the previous delivery. But Alana King comes in now, bowls to Taylor. Taylor down the pitch, and she turned it into a Yorker, which she clips down to wide mid-on. The bowler gave chase, picked it up just about 5 yards from the circuit where straight mid-wicket would have been, and they go through for 103 for 2 after 14.3. Over the wicket comes off the back foot. She slapped this down to long off for a singer, and the score goes up by 1. So 104 for 2, 14.4 overs. So let's watch King now. The right arm leg spinner. She comes in, bowls to Dottin, is out stump. Oh, Taylor. Sorry, it's Taylor. Taylor run past one from Dottin. Sorry. Taylor just down the pitch, and King turn it from her, and she's out stumped. So Taylor gone for 22 from 26 as West Indies continues to struggle. Just, you know, she just out stump, and, you know, Taylor is a senior batswoman in the team, and with her and Matthews clearly the 2 best batswomen in the team. And we saw both of them struggled at the start of their innings. Matthews was able to up the tempo and go at 137, but Taylor never really get going. There was a time when she was 18 from 22, was 18 from 19, and one was hoping now that that's the start that she was going to up the tempo, but she ended up getting stumped for 22 from 27 deliveries, just hitting 1-4. And with a strike rate of 81, you're not going to chase down 165 with that, you know. So apparently, it appears that she cannot bat at this camber that comes to the crease. It appears that Chinel Henry cannot bat. So 104 for 3 at the end of 15. We need 61 from 30 balls. Who's going to give us that? Different square leg umpire tonight over. That is Ed I. Yes. Yeah, yes, that's Candice Boyce. I think her name is Candice Boyce. Does West Indies still fire coach, or they have to wait on the coach to step down? Well, you know, Shane Diaz is an employee of Cricket West Indies. He's not on a contract, and so they will have to fire him for him to go unless he resign. But he's not on a contract. He's an employee, so they would have to fire him. You know. So that in reverse part of this to backward point. Did they go through for a singer? No, they did not. So that in on the back foot again as we are on pitch full. And the West Indies batswomen are not coming on their front foot and driving out the ball. Yes, we definitely need a lot of boundaries to win this match. So that thing looks to reverse sweep again. She gets it down to fine leg. Shot fine leg, and Canberra comes through for the singer. Yes, is Henry in? No, it's Campbell that comes in. She apparently that blow that she received to her left hand is more serious than we thought, and she probably cannot grip the bat. Good night to you, Mervyn Alain. We're on balls to Campbell, who chips at first and then saw the leg break turning across her and push her foot back into the crease, and there is no run. You know, I am, and as I always said, I never want West Indies to lose. So, but it really looked dicey from here. A swing and a miss from Campbell as the ball goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. Really looked dicey. Last year, this time with Dottin at the crease, you would have a lot of belief, as you know that she can clear the boundary easily. This Dottin that we are looking at, if she cleared the boundary, I'd be very surprised. Campbell just fluffed a full toss and hit it back to the bowler, and there is no run. End of over number 16, 4 overs to go. West Indies 105 for 3. So we need 15 runs and over to win. It's as simple as that. 15 runs and over to win. The thing about it, Sean Overcomer, Shane Diaz, as I said, is an employee, so he would have to fire. On the path of Blunder Factory, what we generally do when we are watching the women play, we don't talk about the men. It's we give the women the respect that they do. So, you know, but I get the point that you are making, and I would have commented on it in another show. I think earlier this week I did a show Tuesday, and you would have heard my views on it. But when the women are playing, we give them their due. Dottin slap this to mid-off, can't beat mid-off. I'll wait and see if they go through for a singer. It was back of a length from Kim Garth, and she slapped it to mid-off. It bunks, and they go through for a singer. 106 for 3. So Kim Garth back into the attack. That hit powerfully. I think that's looked like Sophie Molyneux. Let's watch now. Kim Garth. She's going to bowl to Campbell. She's in bowl to Campbell, who hit it over the bowler head down to the boundary for 4. So she pitched up, and Campbell was into the drive, dead straight for 4. And so she goes up to 4. Dottin is on 11 from 15. Campbell is on 4 from 5. So let's go down to the boundary for 4. We need runs through Mervyn Allen. We definitely need runs. Let's look now as Kim Garth. She's over the wicket. She bowls to Campbell and swing and a miss. Lose her shape. Wasn't looking at the ball. It was a slower delivery, and she swung and missed, and it went through to the keeper. So not playing the type of cricket that we should be playing here, West Indies, you know. It's not holding our shape. So something holding up the game. 3 overs to go after this one. So Kim got 2.3 overs, none for 8. Can you believe that? T20 international match. It comes in, bowls to Canberra, and Canberra steered it in the gap between short third man and backward point, who moves to our left, collects. They go through for a single. 111 for 3. So we are on Nelson, still lead 54 from 20 deliveries. It's almost 3 runs per delivery. It's 2.14. It's 2. No, sorry. Well, the deliveries are running out. Should one of these batswomen, it's sad to say, but really and truly, maybe they should tactically retire out Dottin and Matthews. I think so. She swung at this one. It goes down to long on, straight to the fielder. And I said that not out of disrespect, but Dottin doesn't look like the person who can clear the boundary. She has lost a lot of weight. She has lost a lot of muscle. She no longer looks strong and can clear the boundary. And so probably the right idea is to send in Glasgow or Alia Lane. You know, Glasgow or Alia Lane. Kim Gard bowls, Campbell. Just play this to backward point, and there is no run. So the score remains at 1. Well, they go through for a single. Sorry about that. 113 for 3 at the end of the over. 113 for 3. Campbell will keep the strike, surely. So 113 for 3 at the end of the over. So Sean Overcomer saying need Glasgow to find form tonight. Yeah, we need to get her to the crease. I agree with you. We need to get Glasgow to the crease. 18 deliveries left. We should not be losing the match with Alain, Glasgow, and Claxton don't bat as yet. We should not be losing the match. Somebody need to start swing for the hills. Swung away, in the air. Let's see. Caught. Campbell goes, caught as Wareham turns that across to her as she looks to sweep. It took the top edge. It goes down to the fielder coming off the deep backward square leg boundary, who took a diving catch. Is that Carey? Good catch she took. She came off the boundary and have to dive forward to take the catch. And so Campbell gone, caught by Carey off the bowling of Wareham for 6 from 9 deliveries. Yet again, another West Indies batter dismissed for a strike rate of less than 100. We saw Stephanie Taylor going for less than 100. Quiana Joseph, who went for 110. Aileen Matthews went for 136. We just not up to the strike rate. This is a highly skilled, so definitely Chinel Henry cannot bat. The damage to our left hand is more serious than we thought. Hopefully she will be fit for the third match. That's a big blow to West Indies, isn't it? Both with the ball and with the bat. Chinel Henry came a long way. Is the question that I want to ask, and I would love to hear your feedback, as Claxton hit this hop and over, going out towards deep extra cover boundary. Molyneux field and sends the return in, and they come back for 2. 115 for 4. The question that I want to ask, has Alia Lane gone backward, or is it that Chinel Henry has been improving that much? Wareham to Glasgow, full toss, he swung it away down to deep mid-wicket, only a single. She mistimed that full toss so badly, waist-eyed full toss. She mistimed it so badly that I think it came off the gloves. Can you imagine a full toss and you lost your shape so badly? So you know the feel for Dottin. Short third man, backward point, cover, extra cover, long off, long on, deep mid wicket, deep square leg. Oh, she surprised me, has she? Yes! Oh, you beauty, Dottin. Oh, she surprised me. That's good. Down the ground, 6 over long off. Oh, well done, Dottin. As Wearam, she just used her feet, came down to Wearam, and hit it over long off for 6. You beauty, Dottin. Wow, that one was nice. Wearam comes in now to Dottin. Dottin down the ground again and dug out a Yorker. As the ball goes down towards long off, will they come back for 2? Yes, they stay on 1. For a moment, I thought they are back for 2. 123 for 4. 42 needed from 13 deliveries. So hopefully, we lost the first match by 40 odd runs. So even if we lose this one, it won't be by 40 odd runs. So some person will look at that and say progress. And she hit this hard. That's Claxton. But straight to long on, 1 more to the total. It's now 124 for 4 after 18. So yes, we lost the first match by 40, I think 40 odd runs. Leave it at 40 odd. And now this match, even if we lose, we are going to lose by fewer than 40 runs. So is that progress? Is that progress to be celebrated? Or a loss is a loss? Doesn't matter. So it's going to be interesting to see. This is a very easy match to lose. This Australian bowling seemed very backed away, slashed down the ground by Claxton, down to long on for another singer. This is a very easy match to lose. This Australian bowling seemed very weak. We should have taken advantage. I disagree with you, Sean Overcomer. I think this Australian bowling is very, very skilled. Roxanne say we need to win, eh? Yes, Roxanne. Too much need to win, Mervyn. Yes, Jamor Sumal, Dottin said, hug up that, yeah, not true. Over the wicket comes Kim Gart, balls to Dottin, handy here, down towards extra cover on the bunks. They got a singer. She moves up to 20 from 19, so she has become the 3rd batter to breach that 100 strike rate mark, 126 for 4. Claxton is on 5 from 4 deliveries. She comes into strike. West Indies need 39 runs to win. Round the wicket, bowls, Claxton swing and miss. It goes through to, it swing, it misses, it bunks off the keeper toe and goes high in the air, and they go through for a singer. 1 more to the total, 127 for 4. Progress it is, said Banana Brooks. Okay? Let's watch now. Kim Gart bowls to Dottin, high in the air. Keeper said, my catch. She gets there, drop the catch. You couldn't even call it a drop. She runs right to the edge of the circle where a backward square leg would have been. She never got gloves on it. 22 to Dottin. 129 for 4 after 18.4. She never even got gloves onto it. Okay, so progress it is. But Kriana and Henry, if injured, a chance to shuffle things around. Kim Gart bowls to Dottin, and Dottin hit this long. Let's see, has it gone all the way? No, it bunks into the boundary for 4. So 4 there, more for Dottin. So she now moves up now to 30. Is that 30? How many deliveries have bowled out of this over thus far? You're tired to see West Indies loss. That's true, man. There's a wicket keeper need a bag of juice, Jamor Small. So Dottin is on 26, 133 for 4. As Kim Gard comes in, bowls to Dottin, and she hit this away wide of extra cup mid-off, who has to come to her left. And while she does, they go through for a single, pushes Dottin up to 27. So West Indies need 31 from the last over. 5-6 on a single, anyone? 5-6 on a single, anyone? Five, 6 on a singer. Anyone? 5-6 on a singer. 5-6s on a singer. Let's see. Wow. 5-6s on a singer. I really appreciate everyone who is here tonight, even the 1% who came for the wrong reason. And it seems like there's an extra feeler has to come inside the circle because the Australians are well behind. So Taylor McGrath will bowl the final over. The 5-6s on a singer. Can this be a magic over, said Jamor Small. Let's see. Comes in, bowls to Dottin. Oh, back of Valente, comes back into her. She cannot beat mid-off. We'll wait and see if they go through for the single. No, that ball, Dottin sent back Claxton. For me, I know that Dottin is the experienced one, but I don't like the idea of she sending back Claxton there. I think Claxton can still hit a 6. This ball has to go for 6, else we have to depend on a no ball. Well, wide down the leg side. So this one now needs to go for a 6, definitely. 135 for 4. So down from 40 out to 29. You Banana Brooks, you are saying that's progress. Still a loss though, Banana Brooks. She swing and miss, taken on the body, and West Indies lost. Wow. You Banana Brooks? What about the point that a loss is a loss? We lost the series 2 now. We Australia have taken a winning 2-0 lead in the series. She hit this away down towards long on, 1 bounce 4. So the score will go now to 139 for 4. So she's playing a good look of cameo here. And it's good to see that she have gone ahead of the of 100. So this would serve her good for the second match. And I hope her strength is coming back. So that's look good. Can she get 50? Well, she would need 3-6 on a single. So she'd have to hit 3-6 soon. High in the air. Let's see where it's gone. Out of the ground. Yes, 6 more to Dottin. Yeah, so 37 she's from 26 deliveries. 2 to come. Is this progress? I will do the poll in the next match and get your views. Definitely get your views out. That's a poll that I can do. So I will. Was it a progress for West Indies? And she swung this away, down wide of long on. The fielder comes around, tumbling stop. She will come back for 2. And that will take her to 39. Big up, big up. Yeah. So you're at Arnorsville in the ground, man. It was a lackluster show from West Indies women. Needed a bit more intent from Taylor, especially with her experience. I can't blame you for that, but I wouldn't single Taylor. That's it. That's it. West Indies lost by what, 18? West Indies, Australia won by 17. But yes, we need that from Taylor, and I said it live on the show here if you were listening to me. But I don't want to single Taylor, because except for this flurry from Dottin and the flurry from Matthews towards the latter part of her innings, we just didn't show the intent that needed to be, because Matthews still scored at only 136. And I take the point that you're making about Taylor, I take that point. you know, but the batting just struggled, you know. If you look back at it and say that, all right, Taylor faced 27 ball. If you add 13 to that, wow, you know. So if she goes at, if you had 13 to the 27 balls that Taylor faced and carried up to 40, that would be 18 more runs and West Indies would have won. You know, all right, so that would be at a strike rate of 150 where you want it to be. Now you could say that if Matthews had a strike rate of 150, so a strike rate of 150 should have made 62. So that would be 6 more than what she have made. So, you know, so while it's simple to put it that way, if Taylor had a strike rate of 150, West Indies would have won. But no player had a strike rate of 150. So you can't ask one player to strike at 150 while the others are not striking at that. And that's why I said, while I take your point, and I said it here live that Taylor was poor, was terrible, I think majority of the West Indies batting, except for the flourish towards the end of Ailey Matthews' innings and the flourish here by Dottin, none of them still get up to 150. So I think we were poor we were poor all around. You know, we were poor. We're very poor. When you look at Shemaine Campbell, she went at 66, you know. We were poor all around. But I take your point. Sean Overcomer, I said, the thing about it, you know, Sean Overcomer, that point that you made about Stephanie Taylor, is that yes, and yes, Taylor is getting old now with well, twice now Australia total has not out of well, twice now the Australia total has not got out of reach, and less runs lost is progress. But those drop catches and the odd sloppy fielding adds up. Yes, that is true. Roxanne Gray said Taylor is getting old now with injury most of the times. Yeah, and I agree with you, Roxanne, but it still doesn't mean that we should accept what she did today. You know, and I know you don't mean that. You're just pointing it out. You're just making a factual point. So I know you doesn't mean that. You know, but the fact that she was not up to the standard today that we asked of her. I think Sean Overcomer is making the same point. Michael Nicky Mo Jacobs is saying worst game ever. That balls is a problem. Male and female players, said Mervyn Allen. Miles is saying, agree with you too. They need to collectively, but more positively. It seems it's either swing or block. But Miles, you heard when I said that to the coach, who is hiding from me. I don't know why he's hiding from me. He's not taking my call. But it was a pleasure being here with you this evening. I enjoyed the company. And I want to say thank you to everyone that was here. And I appreciate it. And I look forward to see you again. The next match is Monday or is it Tuesday? Let me just double check when the next match will be before I go. I think it's Tuesday now, but it could be Monday. It could be Monday. I think it's a match every other day. So I think the match is every other day. But yeah, so it's Monday. So I'll see you on Monday, same time, same place, 6:35 Jamaican time for the third T20 International between West Indies and Australia. Good night. Take care. One love.